Alright. Well, good morning and welcome to a second edition of Sandraiders Tunisia. Here we are today on day one. Everything's starting to kick off. We've got apparently a television station from Tunisia. I don't know which television station they are, but there is a television station. Anyway, it's now Sunday. We came down Friday night on the bus, like a minibus type thing. We travelled down on the Friday the 8th of November, and it's now the morning of the Sunday on day one. As you can see, all the bikes are lined up, and the hotel's great. A very nice hotel. Usually the in and the out hotel is very good. The support, as always, has been fabulous. Pollute and his team are here. They got the tents up last night and get it all together. The other thing is the workshops are there, and you can use them on sort of before day one. Some of the guys needed to do a little bit of last minute prep. It isn't really recommended. You know, when you used to do racing when I was younger, I used to say it's all in the preparation, and it really is. So an event like this, I would thoroughly recommend having your bike 100% before you even put it on the trailer to come out here. That's it on day one. There's about 50 riders this year, 55. I haven't got a total number yet off of them. People are still arriving late last night post-briefing. It's been a little bit more challenging to get to here than Morocco, I have to say. But we're all here, I think. So anyway, enjoy the ride. So what brought you here?
Well, we had a beer in the pub and Nick had a great idea. Said that he should do it. He said I should do it. Al said he should do it. And then we realised that none of us knew how to spin a spanner, so he should join us. So we came by boat, train, plane and bus from Jersey. And
I heard you had quite a difficult trip. Is that right?
It was. Nick, how was the trip?
It was very nice. Fogged in Jersey, so we had to get the boat over. Yeah, we made it.
That's quite an effort coming from Jersey, I have to say.
Yeah, we were.
All right, well, I hope you enjoy the trip. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, Mark. All good? Thank you. Yeah.
And we're off after a quick Awaka tracker check by Mark there. Wave goodbye to some of the hoteliers, and then first stop, petrol. The in and the out of most of these places, petrol at the start and petrol at the end is the only opportunity. So it's very important to fill up on the way out. So after about 30 minutes of riding by road, we're straight onto dirt. Nice little beach section that we entered onto. And after about 15-20 minutes or so riding along the beach, James and I caught up with one of the support crew, Pollute actually, and some of his support crew, and caught some pictures.
It's seen some mileage, that bike.
The yellow and the blue.
It's a bit loose. This. I need an Allen key, and I haven't got an Allen key with me, I don't think. I might do. It's alright. I've tightened it up again. I think it'll be alright. No.
So Loctite everything is the key there. I forgot to Loctite the little bulb bit that holds the mirror.
So here we are with James, and we made it to 69 miles. Oh, there it is. There's a battery.
This battery in the desert, no price. It's impossible price.
It's impossible price. Yeah. He's got his credit card out, but there's not enough on it apparently.
How many camels?
So that was lucky. Pollute called us again after James's battery died and his bike died. So that was good news. New battery replaced. Luckily, Pollute has spare parts for these older bikes on his wagon. So James was very lucky.
Bit of a nut slap of that road there. God. Yeah, I think there's not much track here, is there?
So one of the tips that they give us at the start of the finish is generally keep to the track.
Oh, he's off.
much as you can.
Oh, 2 old men in the desert. Doesn't work, does it? You're on your foot, are you?
This is one of the reasons you don't really travel on your own in the desert.
Right, ready?
Because you might get out of accident and not be able to get up again. And as James found out, there's lots of holes everywhere.
Got it?
Off the tracks.
There's holes everywhere.
Yeah.
Big holes.
Huge, aren't they? Yeah. Sort of over there a bit more. A little bit. There we go.
There we are, back on the official track. Or the GPX track, I should say.
All good? Yeah, he had to have a new battery. His battery just packed up. He's got a new one. Yeah. Yeah, they had a spare one on the wagon. So yeah, we're fixed now. Well, he's fixed. Yeah, good. All right. Right, this is where we turn left. It's a built-up area. That's what those blocks mean. Working this out as I go along.
If you look at the trippy there, you can see that the little blocks mean buildings. Nice little chap throwing rocks at me here. Caught me right on the leg. Thank you very much.
So we've made it out to the Merith Defence Line Museum, where Montgomery and Rommel battled it off in the desert, and we're tramping over some of their old grounds really, and take a look inside and have a chat with the guy there who's run the show, and we've actually got to see Rommel's original desert vehicle, or desert Jeep, or desert VW, or whatever it is. I'm sure someone will tell me what the correct term for it is. But yeah, very interesting place. Nice little ankle breakers there.
With all the rains that they'd had recently, it caused that.
How are we doing?
What was the mechanical? You had a mechanical?
He had a dead battery.
So working our way across some of the lower hills on our way to the hotel on the first day. Lovely little tracks and some fantastic scenery.
I think the signal's better actually.
And here we are at the first hotel. First camp away from the In-N-Out Hotel. Luke's already set up his workshop. Good deal of the guys have already arrived. James and I were at the back of the pack pretty much, so we followed most people in.
So here we are, end of day one. It's some first round of servicing work, and yes, a few bikes in there getting repaired. Tyre changes, fault problems, wheels are off, so the usual, really. Oh well, onwards and upwards. Well, here we are on the morning of the second day. We're just about to check out of the Diab Mount Martyr, and you can probably see from all the stickers on the wall, it's very much a raid stop-off point. These are all sort of like rally raid stickers that people have done as they've come through, so it's clearly well used. I don't know how many stars it's supposed to be.
2.
2, is it? Right, okay. We'll give it 1.5 then.
Well, I slept well.
Yeah, that's all right then. 2.
That was the morning's breakfast.
Good morning, Jeremy.
Good. Fabulous.
Let's go.
Yeah, thanks Mark. Cheers.
Day 2, we're off.
The first stop was the Star Wars, the little homestead, Tatooine stop, wasn't it? And James and I, in our wisdom, well, mainly James' idea really, I'm going to have to blame James for all this. We decided that we'd take some little bit of Star Wars kit with us and dress up. And drove the Japanese tourists mad. They thought we were part of the act.
Yeah, 100 photographs later.
100 photographs later, we managed to get out of the place. So yeah, very entertaining. This is it. Well, get a grip of that.
So there's hilly mountain goat trails starting to look a little bit like Morocco when we did the trip in 23. So interesting but slippery in places.
Here is some here. Yeah. We're down.
Managed to navigate that nice little bank.
It's this way. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. They've gone right and left. Huh? I think so, yeah. Looks like it. Someone's been here before.
So some of the riders decided to go what appeared to be where the water had washed.
A lot of it's been washed.
Down into the river bed, and we just decided to ride along the top. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of water damage has come through.
You alright, fella?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Good hard going.
Yeah, it's a bit slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. Bonjour. Meep meep. Meep 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 meep.
So as we went across the hills, we come up to this, what appeared to be an old derelict town, or village really, I suppose. Very interesting place.
Oh, I can smell goats. Interesting place. My suspicions are there's one farm with one dog. I can smell a few sheep. Or goats, probably. They do like a goat situation. Reminds me of the villages in Nepal.
So James was ahead of me at this stage and had a little off.
All right, mate? Yeah? We have. Okay. Okay, yeah, we've got to sort of bear left a bit.
We need to get ourselves back on the trail. And there it is. One thing we learned, I certainly learned as well from this trip, is when you're riding as a pair, is don't ride too close together because you get target fixated.
Oh,
i.e. the other person.
another off. We need to get it up. Ready?
It was leaking fuel.
Ready, left. Go on. How you feeling after that?
I'm okay, actually.
Yeah.
I've been landed on my chest, but didn't hurt anything.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I got a bit of a wobble. I think I'm getting too close to you. I need to either be way back or in front. Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I have to stay back, or I think if you see up there, it turns back to road again. It's only about 400-500 meters of sand. Again.
So this guy here was running on just standard front tubes.
That's his second puncture. Yeah, apparently it's his second puncture.
Wow. I was stopped before at the truck.
Yeah, I won't go fast on this. I'll just catch you up when I can then.
So this is the beginning of day 2, and we were entering into the Bog of Doom area, and where the rains had come through into the salt lakes, it started to get very wet.
This stuff's like driving on grease. Yeah. Look at it. He's down. It's alright. You want a hand? I think you've got a rescue team's coming.
Sorry?
Your rescue team's coming, I think.
One of ours there.
Is it?
Yeah, you crack on, mate, cheers.
Alright.
It was chaos, really, absolute chaos. We got there and there's like, what was supposed to be a dried up area was actually a very wet area with all the recent rains they'd had, small rivers running through, and someone described the surface as like Vaseline, ice coated with Vaseline.
Hello.
That's a tricky one. Be careful there. Lots of motorbike like.
Yes, I can see. It looks like lots of people are having lots of fun out there.
Many one of you is there. Many of you. And now we are going to just relax because everything's fine. We're just trying to cross as well, which is not easy, you see?
No, it's not easy.
Not easy, no.
Who would ride around in the desert like this for fun? Eh? Who would do it?
Why not?
Eh? Blimey, we must be mad. I blame my wife, actually. I do. I have to blame someone. Right, let's go. So James decided to film me doing the river crossing, and unbeknown to me, that was probably going to be the last time I saw him until later that evening. Right. I think I'm going to get wet. Let's try it. Damn, it did it. Hey man! How you doing? Alright? It didn't need any help. One thing that was coming very clear is that in these breakup situations, some sort of communications device would have been very useful with your buddy. I don't want to get these guys wet. You're right there. Alright, coming through. How you doing, chaps?
Hey, that's horrible.
That's Sandraiders for you.
Jesus Christ.
All right?
You get through okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't say yeah like that. We almost died, all of us. You look pretty clean, to be fair. Look at my chain.
I nearly had a knot. I nearly came off one time, yeah. I've got to wait for my pal, wherever he is.
I'm going to keep going, guys. Oh, Jeremy, show us how it's done. Yeah,
Say again?
show us how it's done. Yeah, nice one. I just had a big blow.
I'll fall off now, you watch. Go on then.
You ready?
Yeah, go on then. So this section was like riding through blancmange. It really was, and very slippery. What I did find is spinning the wheel up sort of acted a bit more centrifugal force and kept the bike upright. More by luck than judgment, but that seemed to work and kept me going. I have to say I was really pleased with the XR at this stage. It's powering along nicely and working its way through all the muck. So that was a very long and mucky section, and all right. I thought at this point I'll have a bit of a break and let the others catch up and wait for James. Right, well, which actual lake are we between here?
A bloody massive one, mate.
What's the lake called? Do we remember?
It's the, I don't know, but it's the Salt Lake. I thought I was just going to be flying across it about
Yeah.
80 clicks an hour.
Yeah.
So we're stuck between the Salt Lakes on day 2, and There's my bike up there, and I made it through it okay, almost to the end of it. Jump off to find out my kickstart's not there. And this chap here said, what did you say?
So we've seen it about, well, I don't know how long the clip refers to, but a good sort of mile or two back before the lake passing.
He saw that I didn't have one then, so some way back then in all that mud and water is my kickstart.
Yeah, which is a long way to walk for a kickstart.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother. No, I've got a spare one back at the...
You should show him all the mud on the bikes though, just for the walk.
And this chap here has...
Well, the mighty TT, the oldest bike, has burnt its clutch, unfortunately.
Oh dear, and it's a new clutch.
And it's a new clutch.
And he's burnt it out. Ouch.
How bad it was.
Yes, it's been a tough day in the office today. It's been a tough day in the office today. Right, I don't think I'm going to be going too far. Could be assistance. Oh well. Well, as by a stroke of luck and something just fell out the sky, Al here has just turned up. This is Al.
Hello.
Nice chap. And his buddy Jamie, also a nice chap. They have electric start and a kickstart on this bike here. And lo and behold, they've managed to lend me their kickstart and it works.
Happy days.
Happy days. So hopefully there's enough to get me back. Right.
Just 4 miles a month to go.
4 miles a month, I hope not. About half the field couldn't make it through. They couldn't make it through, and
It was either injury or the bike clutch was burning out.
clutch was burning out. Yeah, it was.
Electric's going.
It was very deep in places. The mud.
Even Pep got stuck. As soon as he arrived, he had to get towed out by one of the
That's right. His 4x4 got stuck, didn't it? Yeah. So the 4x4s were getting stuck as well.
And one of the bikes went in the river, and they needed to put it up on the back wheel to get all the water out of the exhaust.
Right.
The fancy motorbike. That was fun.
So at this stage, I'd heard that James was being turned round and got stuck. I heard through some of the guys had radio comms and could talk to each other, and I got that message.
Oh shit.
That wasn't the really bad news. The bad news was, at this point, I'd also worked out my headlight had broken. The bulb had gone, no headlight, sun was going down. There I am in the middle of the desert, light fading, and we're about 30 miles from where we need to be. So no lights, it ends up being a race with the light. So I was going to work out that this is a race I was going to lose. But luckily the guys around me had lots of lights, so I managed to nestle in with them as it got darker. So I sort of had to wait for them sort of catch up.
See the others coming. There's some white lights.
So racing against the light with no lights, guys around me, and it's actually much darker than it appears on camera here. You can see they're on night mode. And yes,
Joking me.
the road is flooded, unfortunately, and at this stage the camera shows a bit of light. I couldn't really see the road, so I didn't know how deep it was, so I thought I'd just opt for mud puddling beside it.
Choice words coming.
It looks like a lot of other people had tried mud puddling as well by looking at the tracks, so that also reassured me I was probably doing the right thing. So I followed the mud tracks beside the road there that was flooded. This unfortunately started to make the bike very hot because all the oil cooler and everything at the front end of the bike was actually plastered in mud and it's stuck like concrete.
No, it's not going, is it?
So we're waiting for everyone to regroup as it was getting really dark.
Yeah, it stopped. I was cruising behind someone else, and it stopped, and it won't start again.
My biggest concern as I was faffing around in the dark there is
no, I think it's just hot.
one of the van drivers had got stung by a scorpion and taken to hospital.
We're going to wait for those guys to catch up. Light started.
That's all I could think about. So I was faffing around with my rucksack in the dirt there. Are there any scorpions? Really hard day. Anyway, cut long story short, James and I split. Half the field got turned around, and the support crew and all the vehicles were out until was it 7:30 the next morning.
Yeah, I got in at about 10 at night. We had to sit on the roof of the pickup trucks. Yeah. You know, with our feet between our legs between the bikes.
Mark looked like death the next morning at breakfast.
Yeah, it was incredible what the crew did.
So
really, I mean, it was an extreme drama. You know, red event.
So at that point, the next morning on the briefing, Pep decided to cancel the next stage. We had an enforced day off, mainly for the team to recover. They actually had to repair one of the 4x4s, didn't they?
Yeah, one of the CV joints went.
Yeah, so in the mud, one of the 4x4s got broken, so that had to get repaired, and the support crew had it. So this is the start of day 3, and we're off. A little bit of road, about 20 minutes or so before we're on the trails. Stage 4, Deserter Dues, that was a new stage 4. Basically, because of the wet areas and all the bog of doom that we had the previous day, they rerouted us around the boggy areas and out to Star Wars...
Mos Espa.
Mos Espa, that's right, which is the sort of a spaceport.
It was like, before it was approaching was a canyon, and then there was a big gate.
That's right, that's right.
That was a blast. There's riding across there.
Really nice canyon. I don't know if it was supposed to, I don't know if they took some of that from the pod racing in the film. It looked a bit like it, but it was very pretty, an ornate canyon.
And lots of
whoops and ups and sides.
Side
sweeps. So we rode through there, over some dunes. We dropped into Mos Espa.
Well, that was 2 big drops, like 100 foot, 45-degree angle descents and loose sand. It was terrifying.
Yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah, it's quite fun. So we went down there, we popped into the spaceport, and then we did see a couple of characters walking around.
Yeah.
We did.
I think it was the Dark Lord. He was trying to recruit Obi-Wan Kenobi to the dark side.
He did, yes. Yeah, I wonder who they were. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, they had a bit of a fight, and I think the Dark Lord lost.
I fell off after someone got in my way. Yes. Last clan. Last clan.
So we left the spaceport and went across quite a few kilometres, miles of flat desert area.
All right.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying this.
So we then moved on. From Mos Espa to a long straight across the desert.
Oh yeah, it was like 100 kilometres well, really long straights with whoops almost all the time.
Oh, I'm going to stop for a bit. The only bit that's a bit sore is a little bit there and there. I'll put a bit of tape on it, but other than that,
Quite hot work, eh?
it is hot work. We're going to get hot here.
One of the support vans passing us.
It's quite a comfort factor, isn't it, knowing that there's a Jeep probably not too far away.
Oh yeah.
Hey man!
I lost my car.
Poor old Adam's tower collapsed.
It's now in the truck.
Oh, someone's lost a bit. Is that one of James's?
Someone lost a panel. I thought it was James's, but I think it was one of the Jersey boys in the end. So we picked that up and stuck it on my back. Handed it into a Jeep.
Good, yeah. It's that way.
Sun.
And how far to the hotel?
15.
15 kilometres? 15.
But it's 1 kilometer difficult, 3 kilometer easy, 1 difficult easy, searching.
15 kilometres. A mix of easy and hard. They were quite sort of soft, weren't they?
There was lots of loose drift, and I immediately got stuck.
So you immediately got
stuck. Didn't have the speed or the cojones to go for it.
So at that point, James and I split. I had a bit of a hack across the dunes.
James returned and went back via the road, and I ended up hitting some more soft stuff. After quite a few hours of riding, these bikes get a lot heavier than they look. A lot heavier, especially when you're on your own. I was getting used to the combination of the Garmin and the Trippy. They give different bits of information, but together they're very useful, because the Trippy gives advance warning.
Come on boy, get on the sand. Get up there. That's it. Caught up with some of the other Jersey team again, but unfortunately hacking across the sand there was a bit of a soft section, a bit of a hole, and I completely just lost the front. It went and the bike flipped and landed upside down. I sort of landed on the sand.
So after being there for a few minutes, some of the guys come to give me a hand, some of the guys from the Netherlands, I believe, and we got it upright.
Man, you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Oh man, it looks like, whoa. Okay.
1, 2, ready?
1, 2.
Ow! Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's not the most important thing.
That's all right, I'll do it, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah.
No, it's this. It's the plastic bit, yeah.
Cable. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I think it's all right. Yep, it's all done what it's supposed to, which is move.
Yeah, yeah, it completely worked.
Yeah.
And the main thing, you're moving.
I feel fine, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wow. From over there, it doesn't look. Wow. I thought you came. You are getting your bike on your back.
So after about 5 minutes of hanging around, maybe a bit longer actually, the bike started okay.
Pushed the bike back over, got it going again, but there's a bit of a noise coming out the engine. Now I'm not sure what it is, but I decided that it wasn't that bad, so I carried on riding.
Cable.
Carried on riding. I didn't realise how tired that I got from the fall and managed to have another spill.
Getting tired. Oh.
So at this point, the guys from the Netherlands, they went on, and I managed to get going again. To say I was a bit tired and exhausted.
So I thought I'd take it really easy at that point and just make my way back to the hotel where the service team were.
By this time, the little bit of a noise in the engine had got a little bit louder, but still wasn't too bad. The bike was running okay, so I thought I'd just keep going.
All right. Kaput.
Another dead battery. One of the reasons I opted for a kickstart, actually.
Bogged down now.
So there we are, the end of day 3.
All right. Hello, Mark.
Good?
Yeah, good.
Now I need to try and work out what's going on with the bike. next challenge. But luckily we're on a 2-night stop here with a loop track the next day, so I might be using the next day to check the bike over. The bike head's slightly twisted at the front as well.
So is that a doctor's medicine, Jeremy?
Yeah.
And why do you need some doctor's medicine?
Well, today we hit a bit of sand at speed and rolled the bike over, and it started making a clattering noise. And Clue here is trying to work out what the clattering noise is. So yes.
And how come the bike's not damaged more?
I think it sounds very soft. And it landed on me as well.
Oh yeah, you with a soft landing, but
yeah,
the airbag.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it was really.
And what are your thoughts about the repair?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see if it makes a noise after he starts it. Really, I mean, he's obviously like adjusting the tappets, so if that works, then fabulous. And my fear is the cam, really. Oil blockage from the rollover or something like that. That's my fear. So we'll see. We'll see.
Was the bike still running when you had your crash? After you had your crash?
No, it stopped instantly. So yeah. So, yep. So we'll see in the next couple of hours, hopefully, whether I'll be riding tomorrow or staying on the wine. Really.
Oh well, here's hoping, eh?
Yeah.
Maybe Palute can work his magic. The master.
The reality is it didn't get fixed, so I ended up having a full stay off and interviewing some of the other guys.
Tell me all about it then. It's Jamie, isn't it?
Jamie,
yeah,
yes.
Jamie, right.
Remind me of your name again?
It's Jeremy.
Jeremy, happy days.
Yeah. So,
what
you've
questions
created,
do you want answered first? Yeah.
Well, you've created this. Someone called it Frankenstein, but I think that's a bit harsh.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
bit harsh.
that.
So it's a creation.
It's a combination of two bikes.
So walk me through it. What have you done?
Yeah. So it started out life as a 86 XL 600, and then the customer that I was building it for mentioned that he wanted upgraded forks,
right,
a more powerful engine,
right.
So instead of me adjusting the engine and trying to make the 87 engine perform better, 86 engine perform better, I said, why don't we buy a donor bike,
right,
fit the upgraded suspension along with the swing arm, get that motocross geometry from the 2006 CCM, which is the donor bike that I used,
right,
as well as the power plant. So it sort of is a Frankenstein to the extent that it's got a new heart along with new wheels and suspension. There's not much left that is originally XL.
So it's a Suzuki engine.
Suzuki engine, 650, 2006.
2006 Suzuki. Okay, and what's that out of?
That's out of a CCM Dual Sport 650.
Right.
So it's an off-road enduro bike when it was made.
Okay.
CCM is like an English manufacturer.
Yep.
Make their own chassis and everything.
Yep, I know CCM. I think Carl Fogarty has something to do with him, didn't he?
Carl Fogarty, that does ring a bell.
Yeah, he's an old GP racer.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So,
yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They're really good. So they've got really nice aggressive suspension, really high ground clearance. So the first thing I had to do was cut the original engine mounts off the existing frame.
Right.
And fabricate some new ones to mount the motor.
Right.
So these bottom frame rails are from the CCM frame itself.
Right.
There's not too much of the frame that's original. The bottom chassis tube here finishes along with these. This chassis rail is original, and then basically everything else has had to be adapted. So we've had to make new gussets for the engine mount, gussets for the subframe, this airbox.
You've done all this work yourself?
Yes, yeah, just with a 4-inch grinder and a nice little workshop between me and my brother.
Right.
We managed to stay quite busy.
You're based in Jersey, you say?
Based in Jersey.
And you've got, it's a little business?
Little business we do on the side. Yeah,
Right.
we work full time in the week, and then on
Right.
weekends we like to tinker and
get
a little bit more extra pocket money along the side.
Okay.
I would like to start doing custom work as a full-time job, so it's a nice way to sort of dabble my foot into that arena.
Okay, interesting. So you've got all the skills.
Building up the skills, mate. This was a big learning experience.
Right.
Figuring out all the little bits and bobs that are required.
Okay.
I've tinkered a lot in the past, making silly contraptions as I've grown up.
So it's, to wrap it up, it's a Honda Suzuki CCM
Yeah, I call it the Honda XL644. Yeah,
Honda XL644.
So it's a morph thing. It comes with a support with a big carb, so they're up-to-date 2006 carbs. They've got really good fuel control along with throttle position sensor, so it's got a fancy ignition system as well. Loads of horsepower, a big oil cooler on it, which is a major benefit compared to the original engine.
What sort of horsepower is it, do you know?
55.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
How much does it weigh,
strong.
you know?
Similar to the original, I don't know the exact weight on the motor. Not too much more than the original one.
So 160, 170
I'd imagine, yeah, that ballpark.
Yeah, so it's a bit heavier than an XR or something like that.
Yeah, it would be. It would be with the amount of bearings.
Nice
big oil cooler. Yeah, big oil cooler.
Okay. And how does it handle?
Handles well. Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah. It's got that aggressive rear shock angle as well.
Yeah.
So it's soft at the bottom and it progressively gets stiffer as it comes up.
Yeah. Okay.
And the upside down forks and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just move the camera. That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fabulous. Well,
Thank you, mate.
Yeah. Thanks for the chat. Very good. All right. Okay. Thanks so much. Cheers. So James, what's going on?
Well, I found out that my suspension was set too hard.
Yeah.
I got a new shock absorber as part of my restoration.
Right.
And I thought that the spring, it was Wilbur's, and I thought that Wilbur's had sent the wrong spring, or something got lost in translation. And so I had it all jacked up all the way.
Right.
And Saul, who's runs his own suspension business in Portugal, he was very generous with his time, and he checked it for me. And it was just I had used up all the compression. I was taking away the preload, or
put too much preload on it.
Too much preload.
So too hard.
So I had wound the adjuster spring, compressed, used up all the adjustment.
Right.
And which was giving me two problems. And you probably saw it yesterday, or why I fell off so much. So what that did, raised the back end up too high.
Yeah.
So the front end was too acute in the sand, and so the front edge of the wheel was pushing on the sand, and that's why I was struggling so much and why I fell off. So by lowering the back end, the contact of the sand goes to the bottom of the wheel rather than the front. That's how he explained it to me. And also the back end is, I had no dampening.
Right.
When he checked it, there was absolutely no dampening. So that's probably one of the reasons
You're going to get him to check it after you've done it, after you set it up?
Yeah, he's checked it. He thinks my front end is too hard.
Right.
So lots of changes to make for Morocco and Marrakesh next year. So I'm going to check the spring, check the thing what I've got in the forks. But as you say, you were saying earlier on about getting a professional to check it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it.
I'll maybe do that.
Yeah.
See if there's anybody in Edinburgh.
Yeah, thoroughly recommend it. It makes a huge difference to handling, having it properly set up.
So that explains why I struggle in the sand so much.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just me being a rubbish rider, but in actual fact the bike was...
No, I think it's a great idea. I mean, I've personally had all my bikes set up, road bikes, dirt bikes, everything. So yeah, I would always do it now. It's the best, I don't know, 70, 80, 90 quid, roughly £100, whatever it is, you'd ever spend on the bike, I think, personally. Yeah.
Yeah, because Sol can really fly, and if as you said, and you fly through the sand. So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to keep up with you a bit more easily.
And what's this bike, Jeremy? This is my the Top Gear backup bike.
XT600.
That's mine. Went a bit of song yesterday when I did the flip. This is the Sandraiders backup machine. It's a sort of mix-up TT660, I think, or 600. I'm not sure what engine it's in it. But it starts all right. It looks a bit scruffy. It's seen some action. So yeah.
You've gone to the dark side with the Yamaha.
I've gone to the dark side. But there's always room to come back. You know that.
Yes, come back to the light, Jeremy. Okay, Angley.
So here we are then, and start of day 6. Strap my tools to the new donor bike.
Have you got a tube in the back? Have you got a tube in the back?
Tube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got a puncher.
Me?
Yeah.
So as soon as we left the hotel, James get a puncher, straight back to the hotel, just about caught the support guys, and they put a fresh tube in for him.
What does that mean? In 1.3 we've got to go right between something that looks like a back end of a bra strap. I've seen a couple of those, but I've never seen one of them. Blimey. Oh well. I missed my Garmin Zumo already. I'm only 10 minutes in.
So I've got my Trippy and my Awaka tracker from the XR bolted on.
Alright, that's what the bra strap is.
Palute and the team had a little bit of a look at the bike, but unfortunately they couldn't really fix it. They checked some basic things.
So we decided to take the next day off.
Decided to take the next day off. Yeah, we did. And
so that was stage 5 that we skipped the loop.
We skipped.
We did another loop.
We did skip that day. I had another look at the bike, and fixed it up and got it, because there's a few loose bits on it, and the front end wasn't quite straight. I'd get a couple of guys helping sort of straighten the forks out a bit. Yeah, unfortunately it took another sort of enforced day off for us, so we did that. So that sort of cancelled stage 5. Stage 6 was dues to Zargilane. As we left the hotel, unfortunately James got a puncture.
Right. Right. We're back on track again. We're back on track, I think. This way.
So getting used to just using the Trippy, getting to use it better and better, really, to understand how all the little symbols and turnings work.
Oh, down. Oh, petrol out. All right. Just have to look out for one for him. There you go, Tim. Look. Nice man. He even moves them out the way for us. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a friend called Tim who really likes camels. I did promise him I'd look out for some for him. And we found some for him.
Here he comes. He's back there. Let me take it.
We found heaps for Tim.
Do you know Tim? He's that way, is he? Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. How you doing? Say again?
How does this compare to that section I missed before?
The other section I would say was a bit harder in places. This is more like the mid-range stuff. I think you'd have made the other one. On reflection.
Did the bike not want to start?
When it's hot, it's troublesome. Yeah. Right. We still on track on your device?
Yeah.
Right then. It's up here and turn right a bit, I think. Or bear right. In for a right fork. Very soon. Right, this is it. Here we go. Left or right? Our machine says right. Half a kilometre. Left fork.
The trippy counts down the turn points, which is very useful once you get to learn it, and it's very accurate.
I'm going around the bushes.
The trippy shows the scrub and shows you an arrow weaving round the scrub. So it gives you an indication of what's coming up.
God. Go to the left of this place. I'll look to it.
So a block will come up on the trippy. You can see that on the screen.
A waypoint in old money. Oh. We're on the road to nowhere.
We passed a guy sort of was down in the dunes, but he had some support with him. I think he hurt or busted his foot. We're not quite sure really. So, but we left him with the support crew.
We found that out at the tent cafe.
Yeah, later on.
Where we had lunch.
Yeah.
Someone down there, not sure who it was. I think James and I might get split up. It's not moaning at me, so I can't be far off the track.
The trippy there wasn't moaning at me, so the track had really disappeared in the dunes.
Slightly left of track. Oh, looks of it.
The winds blow all the sand across the tracks and they just disappear.
Funny noises coming out of this bike. Nothing sounds terminal, but it's just all a bit rubby and squeaky.
How wrong I was at that stage.
The desert donkey, this one. The gearbox. That gear there's got a bearing gone, I think.
It was fourth gear. Fourth gear was starting to complain quite a lot.
Oh, to stand on this bike, the bars are so low. Cafe. Woohoo! Hey! How are we doing?
These little cafes in the middle of nowhere, I mean absolutely in the middle of nowhere, serving cold drinks.
They're having fun. Let's split right very shortly. Right now. Yeah. Road then. Keep left 2.8 kilometres. Not quite sure where the road is. Wow. What a view.
Very surprisingly how beautiful the desert is in this area. There's me target fixating on James again.
Oh no, I've got Big James in front of me. It's a local signpost, is it?
Yeah, it's a sign right in the middle of the desert. On its own. Nothing for miles around.
I have to say this it's quite spectacular. Some of this the vistas. Oh, to actually see the definition of the sand in this light.
The camera actually makes it easier to see at this point, but when I was riding, I struggled with the bright light to see the actual definition of the sand versus the ground.
Oh, 600. Cafe.
Fabulous. Another cafe.
Hello. Hello. Someone's here.
Someone's been rescued in the back of a truck. So we left the cafe and then hit some very heavy dunes. And I have to say, we both struggled a bit getting through them. Yeah, I think struggling was a bit of an understatement. James then and I broke up.
Oh, I better get back and see what's going on.
So I went and tried to find him again. And unfortunately got myself stuck again.
A bit windy out here. Oh, he's coming now. He always seems to come. Oh, shit. Come back to LCM, I've got stuck.
So sound recovery technique is lay the bike down and try and ride it out laid down and push it round. Easier said than done, especially when you're tired.
That was a hole. God, took my breath away. Oh, Pilates. Right. Don't stop on this stuff. It's the trick. Keep moving. Sink a little bit.
So the fourth gear started to really play up at this point, making some really bad noises.
Oh, that didn't sound too good.
I was hoping it might go away.
Ooh, that didn't sound too good either. Oh, no, the gearbox has just packed up.
So the gearbox had locked completely and just slid to a halt.
It has.
Well, here I am in the middle of nowhere. As you can see, there's nothing, more nothing. And look back there into the horizon. There's lots of nothing. James is up there somewhere. Yeah, he was way ahead of me at this point, James, and I was waiting for him. He did eventually come back. The trusty steed, in short, gearbox just went. So the trusty steed isn't trusty anymore. So the poor bike's got left behind. I'm in the recovery vehicle with Pep.
Hi.
And the rest of the gang. We caught up with James and followed him into the camp. So here we are on the morning of the very last day. This is stage 7. We're in the camp, about 300 kilometres from Gearbox. It's a bit of a, what's the word to call it really? It's more like glamping, I think. It's a purpose-built setup that, as you can see behind me there, we've got buildings and with toilets and made up tents. So compared to Morocco, it's very nice actually. So it's marginally worse staying in a hotel, only marginally. So not very good. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Right, guys, you're not going to believe this. James is getting ultrasound done on his shoulder in the restaurant.
This is not the normal way, you know. They don't have you.
What do you think about this bike, Jeremy?
Well, it's I'm Jeremy 3 bikes now.
3 times lucky.
3 times lucky, yeah. That's what the French guys are calling me. Jeremy 12 bikes. I don't know. We'll find out what it's like. Hopefully it falls together.
How does that feel?
Honestly, let's see.
So we're off on the start of stage 7, final day on my second Top Gear bike, recovery bike.
Fine.
Which was a bit lumpy and rough, really. It was the back of the wagon bike, the last one left, I think. But it's better than no bike at all.
This looks interesting.
So we are on a bit of a sand dune. Everyone's been through. We were late to leave, and it's all cut up. And I didn't hit it anywhere near fast enough to get up there.
No, you have to tackle this much faster. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to go this way.
A couple of local lads trying to give me a hand after a tip.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, my money was buried and I was too tired to get anything out. I felt pretty bad afterwards, but...
I thought so. Yeah, hang on.
We were so behind, I just wanted to get going. So we found another section just along from the main track that wasn't too bad, and it went up there fine. So we were off again. One of the Jersey boys had hit some whoops, unfortunately, and departed from his bike.
How are you? It's a mind of its own, this thing.
Well, the bike.
It keeps revving up. It keeps just...
Yes.
Is that normal?
Yes.
On its own, it keeps like...
When you stop, some seconds or...
Yeah. Yeah. Sticky. Is this sticky? I don't know. No. You fall off? Oh shit. Well, over those whoops. Are you done for the day, you think? Well, I just got this going. They were working on it this morning to get it running. But... Say again? Yeah, it's a bit. They're all right. They're a bit of a cruiser, actually. Yeah. And then we're going to get going. Yeah, we'll see how far we get. I'm not convinced this is going to make it, actually. But we'll see. Right, we're in there, are we? Somewhere? Where's the track? Is it up there, is it? Are we? Is it? It said turn left. Have fun. Try to. I'll see you in the bar. You're right to drink, aren't you? Oh, that's all right. That's fine. There's not really a big problem then if you can drink all right. The key doesn't work very well either. Wish me luck. I think so. Yeah, it needs a good service, I think. Other than that, yeah. Yeah, it's an old cruise machine, isn't it, really? It's like riding a Cadillac compared to my XR. Yeah. Oh, I see, lots of tracks, keep to the left one. I think that's what that means. I can see it now, yeah. Look.
So me getting used to the trippy again, learning what all the different arrows mean. So lots of spread arrows, but the highlighted arrow is the one I need. Riding through riverbeds.
7.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, and now. There we go. I think my trippy training is complete. Oh, good. Oh. Just cash.
So there we go, that's a wrap to the end of the trip. Final little ride back on the roads, back to the hotel, and a bit of a wash up there with James. We've got Morocco again in the spring, April, May, haven't we?
Yeah, and that's
for that.
That's going to be Marrakesh down to Zagora, Ramlia, and back up to Marrakesh over the Atlas. So that'll be
good.
Completely different.
So I'll got to get back, get my bike fixed. I'll probably give an update on that. A lot of people are already asking me how's your bike, so it's broken, and I'll need to get the gearbox fixed or somewhere, or the cam chain or whatever it is. We don't know yet, but it's straight back to the engine builders to have a look once we get back to the UK. That's it. So see you in Morocco.
Well, mate. Thanks, sir.
Goat situation or lamb situation or... Sorry, is that my bad? Get out of this rut. Better.